So this is my steamer vessel. Just keeping it here. Keeping it at 1100. Double boiler. This much of beeswax. This must be about 100 grams. I'm doing all guesswork. About 100 grams. 100 grams of beeswax. Pure beeswax. Bas. Wait for it to melt. So I've amped it up at 2000 watts. Okay, so that it just basically the water boils faster and the beeswax melts quicker. I'm looking at doing this in about 20 minutes. So if you have a lot of patience, use lower temperature. If you like me, just amp it up to 2000. It's basically the water that boils, that gets transferred to the Morozil vessel, or you can also use a ceramic vessel. It really doesn't matter until the beeswax goes fully liquid. Ghee, kesar powder, rosehip oil, and coconut oil in the steel tapa. Let's make some creams for the bubs and the bums. Make sure there is no water entering into the wax. The wax has to be only wax. The boiling water should not enter the vessel. So adjust the heat accordingly, please. So the function of beeswax is to hold things together and be solid at room temperature. So we are working with ghee and coconut oil, which are liquids at room temperature. So the amount of beeswax that you use, approximately the same amount of coconut oil and ghee, or you can use a little more. For example, I've used about 100 grams of beeswax. You can use about 80 coconut oil. I'm really not measuring. I'm really not. I just want something that is solid at room temperature. I'm not making a lot. I'm making something that's just enough for a month so that I can make it again and I don't have to worry about preservatives. And anyways, it's cold, so it's not going to go bad quickly. So it is completely dissolved. Okay, this is completely done. So now what we'll do is I'm going to put this on auto mode and I'll just add coconut oil. So I'm going to add about 4 spoons of coconut oil approx. I'm doing same amount, 100 plus. I'm making a little bit for my mother-in-law also. A little bit for my caretakers, grandchildren also. Okay, so I'm putting about half of it in ghee, about 50 in ghee. About, yeah, this would be about 30ish. Itna ghee. Ghee is good for health. And now again I put it on about 350 to 700. Let it all melt nicely. If you are extremely into like me, you can keep stirring it. Gives some odd level of satisfaction. Or if you are more in the witness consciousness, you can just stand and witness it melting into the ultimate oneness. And voila, it is done. Okay, nicely melted. But now we'll take it off. Add the add-on bits. Okay. So in this now I'm just going to add rose hip oil because I really like the fragrance. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I really like it. Okay, and this is kesar powder. It was given to me by a friend. So this is kesar powder. This is just for the color. No? You can put, I don't know, anything else. I'm not sure. But just about 2 pinches. Bas. हो गया. Fingers. Ah, no, no. Oh, hi. I didn't realize I'm recording. Be careful not to do this. Whatever comes on your hands, you can just wipe it. Okay? And we basically just mixing it really nice. Okay? I'm just breaking the kesar down थोड़ा सा. तो वो बस तुम चुप हो जाओ. Okay? And now this goes into the freezer for 5 minutes. Like they say in MasterChef, into the blast chiller for 5 minutes. Okay, so this is how it looks like. So it goes along with this into the freezer. This is how it looks now. Okay, this started to solidify. This is how it looks like. तो ये थोड़ा ठंडा हो गया है अभी. It has become a little cold. And now you'll see as the beeswax settles, no? As the beeswax starts to solidify, this whole thing will become like a nice cream, basically. A really nice cream. So again, if you are the enthu types like me, you can sit and go la 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 la. If you are the witness consciousness, you can just sit and watch it solidify. So it's turning into this yummy thing, huh? So as it's, मतलब वो जैसे जैसे cool होता जाएगा ना, this is borosilicate, so it kind of retains heat. So as it cools down, you will have a nice creamy cream ready. I know of a friend who uses honey, a few drops of honey, because honey is also a preservative. I am personally not very sure of applying it on my baby's skin because she's just about 6 months old. So I just give honey to her along with Ayurveda medicines. But it's up to you really. And you can also make your own infused oils. Basically, any oil that you like, you heat the oil a little bit, warm it, lukewarm karke. You can add either mint leaves and leave it overnight. You can leave rosemary, leave it overnight. Tulsi, leave it overnight. The next day when you remove the leaf, it would have infused its goodness into the oil, and then you can add it. I'm at the moment doing something really simple, and because I made a lot of it now, like 100 grams is a lot. The last time I had used just na chunnu sa beeswax. Just make sure when you use beeswax, the amount of ghee and coconut oil that you're using is not too much, because then it will never solidify. It will remain liquidy. Hai na? So as long as you're careful about that. Right now I have a standing order from my mother-in-law. That's why I'm making a little more. Smells nice. Okay, so I'm using a silicone spatula. Okay, yeah, I use it because I make oil, apna creams and soaps and all that. I use it, and I ordered the beeswax from Amazon. I just basically looked for plain beeswax, unscented, unperfumed. Um, some of them say organic. I don't understand what is inorganic beeswax because it's made from bees, like bees make it. I think this is a company from Uttarakhand. I think some apiary. If you want to know which one it is, just message me and I'll post it. So this is the final product. मतलब see, if I break it, no, वो solidify हो रहा है अभी. So it's a good idea to fill it up in the containers when it is still in the liquid stage. I kept it like this because I wanted to show you guys. But when it is ready after 5 minutes in the freezer, when it comes out, I just go ahead and I pour it in the container. Then basically it takes the shape of the container and there's less magajmari ki kharocho varocho and all of that. So that's it. So this is basically our cream that is ready. It's really nice and creamy. What's not to be nice? And what's not to be creamy? So it's basically like this. It's this really pretty kind of a pinkish orangish consistency because I have put kesar in it. So yeah, nicely. And then you can just yeah. So this is how I make my cream. I have kept it a little more ghee and a little more coconut because baby skin na. For me it's a little oily. For myself I would probably, for my usage, I would probably add a little bit of aloe vera in it. Like about 10 to 15 ml of aloe vera gel. I have, in my own creams, I have also added pachakarpura, edible camphor, because especially for the summers, it really cools it down. So when you add aloe vera and when you add camphor, it can be a little grainy. But that has nothing to do with the quality of it. It's just that if you really want to emulsify, then you'll have to use emulsifying wax. So don't get into all that jazz. You can simply add a little bit of aloe vera or a little bit of camphor for your personal use. But for babies, these are the safest ingredients. So I have about one big dollop ready here, which is easily going to last me about a month. So I'm not really worrying about preservatives and storage and all of that. Bangalore is touching what, 15-16 degrees Celsius at night. So not really jumping into all of that. And that's it. There it goes in my container. This is a pickle container, properly washed and cleaned. Sorry. Ghanti baji. Okay, so that's it. Happy cream making. Happy baby bum massaging. Kitty bums. Bye. Jai Gurudev.